her first name again? I'm sorry.
Ruth.
Ruth. Okay,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
I called her up and I found out that she's not available to be seen while you're here. And
Okay. All right.
I thought, good as time as any.
Ah, okay.
And so
This is news to me. I haven't heard this, okay?
So I explained what was going on. I told her, I have a hormone imbalance. And I said, I'm going to be prescribed testosterone. And I said to her, and I was kind of stuttering at this point, and I said to her, I hope you don't hate me for this. And she listened very, very patiently. And I said, well, the reason why, I said, there's going to be physical changes, my voice will deepen, hairline might be a little bit different, facial hair, that sort of thing. And I told her that I was transitioning, because I never felt comfortable within my own body. And she told me that she didn't hate me, and that she's totally accepting of it. And I cried.
Did you cry?
And I was like,
Good for you.
I said, you don't hate me for this? And she's like, why would I hate you? I can never hate you for this. And then, I was telling her all about Lisa, and she was fascinated about hearing about Lisa. She's like, really? So she knows what you're going through? And I said, yeah, because she went through it herself, and she goes, that is unbelievably neat. That you found somebody that has already gone through this, and I guess her social work mindset kicked in when I told her about all of this, and she's accepted it, and that was such a weight off my shoulders.
Feel like the weight off your shoulders, yeah.
Because that's the last major person in my life thus far that I need to tell at this point, that I can think of at this point, Because I kept telling her, I kept reiterating, I value our friendship. I really, truly value our friendship. I really want to tell you this, because if we ever talk on the phone or you see me, you'll see me differently, for one thing. But over the phone, I can't just lie to you and say I have a cold, every time we talk on the phone. Because I think she'd be more upset if I didn't tell her straight up, And so I said, I hope you don't feel embarrassed about me doing this, if we ever are out in public together. Because, I didn't know what her position was. I truly didn't. Like I mentioned earlier, she's for people being gay, but not for gay marriage. Now, civil unions, I think she's okay with it, but the gay marriage aspect, she's like a lot of people, not really totally for that, apparently. So when I heard about that over a year ago, when we were coming back from Galena, I was like, oh, damn, I want to tell her that, This is why I was trying to seek you as a therapist. And she, so I just did not even talk about it, obviously, at that point. And Christmas time, I had a very short haircut, and she said, oh, I like your hair a little bit longer. And I thought, well, it's not a good time either.
Okay.
And then,
yeah.
and then when I told her, like a week ago, I said, God, I hope you don't hate me for this. Because,
sounds like you did it beautifully.
Apparently I did.
It sounds like you did, yeah. And not only concern about her feelings, but a lot of courage. You did it. And you did a wonderful job.
Yeah, yeah.
And she surprised you.
Yeah. It went so well. It went better.
You prove a little more credit here, I guess.
I do. I give her absolute credit, because it went completely better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. There's a hint of you just can't quite believe it.
No, I can't.
Because you've been carrying this weight. And that has been one of the weights that it's been time to put it down to, is that I have to tell Ruth. Okay, when are we going to tell Ruth? So it's really good that weight's put down now.
Yeah, it is.
And it feels like it, I would guess.
Yeah. When I think it's going to be a little bit kind of weird. Maybe not. Maybe it won't be. I think it'll be a little bit weird once the physical changes take place, And hopefully when my voice starts to deepen, it's not going to be really awkward. Hopefully it'll blend right in, and not be, typical teenage awkwardness, I have to expect that possibility too. But I hope I can carry on a full conversation without a lot of squeaks and stuff, just mellowed out, hopefully it'll blend
Well,
right
we
in.
might not want to predict what Ruth's going to say.
But like she said, she's already, she's not going to disown me.
Exactly. She'll never hate you.
Exactly. And
Okay. I'm curious also, while I have Mom here,
how
how are the two of you talking about this?
we talk about it
How are
regularly.
you feeling?
Yeah,
But-
well, I am looking forward to it. In fact, I'm going to be announcing the transition to family members.
You are?
Even though we don't keep in regular contact with them.
Yeah? Okay.
Lisa, we call her Lisa, we don't call her Dr. I call her Lisa.
I think.
Because
If
we're
she
so
doesn't
close.
mind.
We're so, I feel so comfortable with Lisa that you just can't imagine. I need to share this right now because it's so important. We were talking about it this morning. You brought back yesterday a moment that we treasure in our lifetimes forever of Grandma Sarah, who's up in Galena, we're paying respects to, who left us quite some time ago. It was a day like we always had with Grandma Sarah. And it was such a treasured moment. It was almost as if Grandma Sarah passed on a number of years ago. The grandmother figure, my mother figure, was in our room, sharing our evening together.
Well, she was just grandma, period. She was just,
And
forget Lenora,
that's
she was
what
grandma.
I feel to Lisa as Heather's doctor. We know there's a professional ethical line, but at the same time, you can't imagine how pleased I am to have Lisa here and be here today. We're going to announce it with little formal announcements. She's going to pick out the engraving and the paper and everything. She wants me to do the wording, and I've already selected the wording.
But I want to be surprised, so.
Yeah, she wants to be surprised. She doesn't want to know how it's worded until it's done.
Okay.
And so
I gave her that task.
we're going to announce it between Christmas and New Year's.
No, it'd be
Or between
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Let's just throw a funny monkey wrench in people's holidays, I guess you could say. But, seriously
It'll be
speaking though,
roughly that period of time. It won't be like immediately.
Okay.
But
So very open conversation.
it'll be all
As
but
it
Lenora.
seems.
It'll be all but Lenora and my brother, so they won't receive notice. They'll get phone calls from other people.
Probably.
It'll be everybody else in the family, because we don't want to have anything interfere with the restraining order.
yes.
And Jay would be a very close anomaly,
Right.
and we don't want that, so.
We just don't dare touch it.
I don't think you can with Lenora. I think that
No,
a
we
no
can't.
contact order is in place,
Yeah.
and that's illegal.
Yeah.
It's a limit you have to respect, right? At this
Right.
point,
Yeah.
like it or not, it's
Right,
there.
it's there.
Right.
She had been watching her diet remarkably. I've been in cravings of certain things that I don't need in my diet. But Heather's been watching her diet. We've been eating a lot of frozen and fresh veggies and fruits. Hardly any canned goods have gone off our shelves. And eating very healthfully. She's been watching it to a T. She gets Weight Watchers, she gets the
And I hope it's
Home
shown a little
Choice.
bit. I hope it's shown a little bit about my weight and it hasn't stayed the same or anything.
Have you been able to go swimming?
Because of the humidity, I just can't be out in it, and
Okay.
because of the weather, it's been so rainy and cool, then humid, then cool again. I get susceptible to sinus infections. And last thing I wanted to do, like the other day when it was really, really cool, would be to get into the pool, catch a sinus infection, and not be able to enjoy this whole week. But, and also, female situations too have kind of prevented that. So, right now, so.
Well, and I guess what I'm going to end with this part is that I sort of see part of my task to be when you want to avoid to push her a little bit. Because we've talked a little bit about